They say when the gods wants to humble a man, they give him everything except restraint. And in my place where I come from, they say he who the gods wants to destroy, he first make mad. I hope this is not the case here. And now the internet trembles once again with whispers about Epa himself, the billionaire, the lawyer, and husband of actress Regina Daniels. The story making the rounds is not new, but this time it carries the weight of reckoning. Social media is awash with unverified claims. Yes, you heard me well. Very much unverified claims. And resurfaced interviews alleging that Regina Daniel may have been younger than she appeared when Epa took her as a wife. Whether truth or rumor, it has reopened a wound Nigeria thought had healed. A tale of power, innocence, calculation, and consequences. They say money can build a fortress, but it cannot silence conscience. At 60, Epa had wealth, influence, and prestige. A man with wives from different worlds, including a Moroccan model. One would think contentment had found a home. But destiny, or perhaps desire, led him to a new chapter that would haunt his reputation for years to come. The question on everyone's lips remains simple yet unsettling. Why another wife? And why a teenager? Yes, I'm not the one saying this. This is what is already curated from the plethora of information out there in the social media, as supplied by Epa himself, Regina herself, Regina's family, and everybody connected to this conundrum. Reports online claim that Epa, aware that his choice might have raised eyebrows, allegedly kept a copy of this young bride's voter's card as proof that she was of age. But this move, rather than clear him, has become the very symbol of what many call premeditated recklessness. Yes, you heard me well. And come to think about it, who takes a voter's card as a legit means of the true age of someone? Who does that? What happens to international passport? What happens to age declaration or birth certificate? Come on. For me, I join other Nigerians in really saying that this is a premeditated out of recklessness. I'm saying this, and it seems this is what has really transpired right here. For a man of law, such precision is not innocence. It is awareness. Yes. To hold on to a document that can defend you long before anyone accuses you suggests you already knew there would be questions at some stage. So we ask, was this truly love or a well-calculated risk masked by affection? In Nigeria, let me tell you something. In Nigeria, a voter's card is not hard to obtain, yes. But a birth certificate, that one speaks louder than politics. So why is a panel having or not showing us birth certificates or the international passport, which are more valid documents for authenticity? Why is he not doing that? Why is he relying on a voter's card that can be gotten any day, anytime, anywhere? So when a man learned in law and steeped in power chooses a voter's card over verified records, the people have a right to ask, was this convenience or concealment? Even more unsettling are claims that Regina's international passport bears a birth year different from the one on the voter's card, allegedly 2001. We are going to post that international passport here, and we're going to post the voter's card here for you to see with your very own eyes. So we are not making this up. Like I said, everything we are discussing right here on this channel is being curated from the information Epa himself, Laila herself, Regina Daniels, and everybody connected to this conundrum have put out there in the social media. So what we are doing here is to just do reaction over all of this. Okay? If so, if this passport is reading 2001 as her date of birth, and a past voter's card is showing something different, 1998 as alleged. If this is so, could a man so educated, a man so exposed, truly be unaware of this? Come on, how can he be unaware of this? Because they have been flying together to different parts of the world. Yes, the videos are out there. The information are out there in the social media that they have been traveling on multiple occasions, and of course, each time you travel out of this country, you use your passport. So there's no way this man is oblivious of the reality of that age difference. It's not possible. Or was it simply betting, on his influence to outshine public judgment? But in this case, the whole of social media is already aware. The documents are out there. Now, this on Nigerian, they call it receipt plenty. Yes, so receipt just full everywhere. Okay? So what, I really don't, this whole thing is really getting very, very messy. Every story has two architects, the one who designs and the one who cooperates, right? Regina Daniels, then barely out of her teenage years, was already a celebrity, already navigating fame and family ambition. So, was she the victim of manipulation or a participant in an arrangement designed for mutual benefit? What exactly was it? Her own online words, some say confessions, others say jokes, has now fueled the fire of public outrage. Because in all of this, like I keep saying, Regina Daniel is this younger person right here. She's timed to be naive, very naive at the time of her marriage. Okay, so, but on the other hand, Apa is not just an elderly person or a more mature person. He is also a trained lawyer of international repute. So if there's any manipulation or cover up or whatever, he cannot say, he's unaware. It's not possible. But one thing is certain. Where power and youth mix without wisdom, disaster often follows. Now, years later, the same story that built her fame threatens to haunt her legacy. And for Apa, the storm is darker. Because as the elders say, he who marries the child, excuse me, he who marries the child must be ready to further questions. And I'm very sure Apa should be ready for a plethora of questions that will be flying from all corners. But beneath that sheen of luxury, okay, let's put it this way, for a while, Apa's life looked untouchable. New wife, political clout, lavish lifestyle, and global travels. But beneath that sheen of luxury, cracks began to appear. His household slowly turned into a public theater, with wives allegedly throwing shades and buried resentment resurfacing like ghosts that refuse to die. And now, the alleged truth about how it all began, returns like a karmic echo. Could all this have been avoided? Absolutely, I tell you. I canvassed for this at the beginning. Had it chosen restraint over reputation, caution over conquest, humility over headlines, perhaps Nigeria will not be having this conversation at this moment. Because wealth without discipline is a weapon, beautiful, powerful, but dangerously self-destructive. It lures its owner into believing he can buy silence, manipulate perception, or bend morality to his convenience. But morality has a long memory, time never forgets the depth of pride. Ned Nwoko once said he pities men with one wife. Yes, so that's what a part of he said it on live TV that he pities men with one wife. Yet today, those same men, look upon his household and whisper, "This is why peace is priceless." The one who can't get plenty wife now, not can't get peace. Okay, so now the ones who get one wife now, call the laugh now. Now they call the pity a par now. This scandal, the scandal that could have been avoided, has now become a mirror for every man who believes power guarantees immunity. It does not, I tell you. Looking at the case of this man right now, a par right now, it does not. It never has. The higher the tower, the louder the fall. And what of Regina Daniels? If indeed she was younger than she declared, then this saga is not only about Ned's recklessness. It's about a system that allows beauty and fame to overshadow truth. She too stands at crossroads between complicity and consequence. But I understand why a lot of people may not blame her too much, because at that age of 17, come on, what does she know? What does she know at that age? Her silence speaks volume. Her smiles, perhaps even more. Maybe she too is learning that no one truly win in a relationship built on half truths and full deception. For the rest of us, this story is a mirror, I tell you. Big, big, big mirror. It teaches that every act of power carries a shadow of responsibility, that the truth buried under luxury has a way of resurfacing, often when the cameras are brightest, and that when wealth walks without wisdom, it stumbles even on plain grounds. So yes, the question must be asked, did a pie really impregnate Regina Daniels at 17 as alleged? Because that's what is out there in the social media. So I'm asking, did that really happen? Did he, a trained lawyer, fail to do due diligence? Or did he simply not care? What exactly was it? Should the authorities take a second look at this history for the sake of setting moral precedent? I think they should do that. And when this all ends, who truly loses more? I've been asking a lot of people about this. The young wife whose image now bears the weight of speculation, or the powerful man whose empire trembles under public scrutiny? I believe you already know the answer to this. Whichever way you turn this to, this is a parable of power gone unexamined. Because as the ancestors say, when a man dances naked in the market square, it is not madness, it is pride disguised as performance. And when the music stops, silence becomes judgment. So let this story remind us all, power is not proof of wisdom, and wealth is not a substitute for conscience. The true mark of greatness is restraint. If these allegations hold any truth, then perhaps this is the universe reminding the powerful that every crown comes with accountability. If they are false, then it is proof that reputation is as fragile as glass in a storm of rumors. And in the end, truth, like a buried seed, always finds its way to the surface, even through concrete. May this moment be a lesson not just for the rich, but for every soul tempted to think power is eternal. Because power fades, wealth shifts, but character is the only empire that never collapses. And with this, let me just end it. I tell you, every day is coming with a new layer of drama with this whole Regina Daniels saga. What do you think about these conflicting dates, regarding when she was married, regarding what she has in her passport and what she has in a voter's card and everything? What do you think? Please feel free to go to the comment section and leave your word of advice to a power at this time, because I tell you, the longer this prevails, the more the damage to his to him, because he is the bigger person here, and there is need for accountability at this moment, and it's not too late, to put all this to an end. Please feel free to go to the comment section and leave your thoughts right there, and hopefully yours sincerely will meet you right there to take this conversation further. God bless you. I'll be right back. Bye bye.